joined now by Emma Zerkel, Food Truck Rally Coordinator of the West Bloomfield Youth Assistance Food Truck Rally that happened last Friday. She is also co-owner of Winning Imprints and Custom Trophies, a woman-owned business in Keego Harbor that sells customized trophies and other items. Emma, thank you so much for joining us on this wonderful Monday morning.
Thank you for having me.
So, being the Food Truck Rally Coordinator for the West Bloomfield Youth Assistance Food Truck Rally, what can you tell us about the event and how it went? Was there a big turnout?
There was, I'm very bad at counting people, but it certainly felt like there was thousands there. But again, I'm not exactly sure, but it was a great success. You know, we had two fabulous food trucks in 2018 and 2019, and then we had to go on hiatus, which was just so disappointing. So this year we were really hoping to start back up again, and uh, it was a great success. We had 20 trucks there. We had 6 bounce houses. People stuck around until an hour after the event ended. We were having to close down lines. They were so enjoying the event.
That's great. Would you say that there is anything that you would change about the Food Truck Rally this year that you could use in the future?
I'd like to see more sponsors step forward next year. I think that it was a little difficult because of the hiatus. People forgot what we had accomplished back then and really who we were. And so now that we got the word out about who youth assistance is on a better scale, as well as how much the community loved the event, I think that we will do a better job next year of getting more sponsors.
So, what do you think the impact you made on the community was with, the people who came and all the people that were involved with it?
So I think for the people that came, there's this idea that we're part of a great community and look at what we can do and look at how many people we are and we can come together and enjoy something that is purely positive. And the idea that we need to help students, and I enjoyed conversations where I could explain that youth assistance really helps children who have made a wrong choice choose the right path and move in the right direction as opposed to following down a criminal path. We help them redirect.
Right.
And so, yeah, being able to share that was really obviously our main goal.
So, what is the number one thing that you want to continue doing in future years with this rally?
Um, Find some other people to help me at the very top. Wow, that was a lot of work. I had an amazing core team, but all of us work full time. And so trying to maintain a full time job and put on such a large event is very challenging. So I will work on learning how to delegate to a few more people, I think, next time.
Well, it was a wonderful event, a very great experience for the community as well as you.
Absolutely. It really was a blast. I mean, we kept saying we should do this 2 days. It was so much work to put on. We had so many people there, like, we should do this another day. But I think none of us could stand up after the end of the first day, so we'll have to see about that one.
Maybe in the future. So,
Exactly.
moving forward to your business, can you give us a little background on your company?
Sure. So it's actually kind of an amusing story. My my husband and I were renting space in a building and became friendly with the owner. And it's in the Pass Alarm building directly opposite the fire station in Keego Harbor. And so there was a trophy shop there who was ready to retire, and his children didn't want it. And he had rented a dumpster to throw away his business. So Ryan, who owns the building and the company, came to me and said, "What do you guys think?" My husband and I were already in allusaclothing.com selling American made decorated clothing. So we already understood the decorating apparel and swag and personalization industry. He said, "What do you think if we make an offer on the trophy shop and we'll run it together?" So we did. We made him an offer. He accepted. And Ryan came home and told his wife, Stacy, "Hey, I just bought you a business and a business partner. Her name is Emma." And that was when we met. And so Stacy Columbus and I have been business partners for almost 9 years and or 8 years, sorry. And it's been great. I mean, we really just work so well together. Her strengths and my strengths are different, which balances us out. And
So,
so we took, yeah, sorry.
no, you go ahead.
I was going to say, so we took the trophy business and we expanded it and included the promotional products and the decorated clothing, and we've really expanded what we do and our which is great.
Yeah, so what do you think the importance of it being a woman owned and run business is?
I would say that as a women-owned business, and it's I like to have the control and I like to be able to make the decisions, and I don't feel as though I have to work so hard to justify what I'm doing. Um, and it's tricky for me to answer that because my previous employers were my husband and his family. But I will say, being a woman owned business is quite empowering. And I find myself inspired to help other women owned businesses get off the ground as well.
Definitely. So I know you said that you do a lot of stuff for, sports teams and other things. What kind of sports teams like turn up for your trophies or awards? Have you met anyone famous? Do any like big people come?
Um, Ron Bellamy, I think he's pretty awesome. He happened to be the West Bloomfield football coach. And so he was living a smaller life than he was clearly capable of. And I'd say he was probably the most famous person that's come in our store. Although 2 weeks ago, we had an Olympic gymnast, 1984 all around gold medal Olympic gymnast from Russia. So that was pretty cool.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah,
do you,
I thought so. I remember watching. I'm old enough to remember watching her, so
yeah.
I would think that's cool. And things that we're doing. So we do a lot. Like currently, we are putting together clothing for the Bloomfield Hills High School varsity tennis team and the Groves volleyball team. We're doing a store for Keith Elementary School, so not for sports. We do an awful lot of fantasy football. Um, so those are fun trophies. People get quite creative with those. And then we do a lot of corporate awards as well. So a
Do you
good
have any
mix.
do you have any like promotions or giveaways that you do with your company?
Oh, absolutely. Whether you call it swag or promotional or trinkets and trash, yeah, we do everything from pens to mugs to hats to phone chargers. Um, Random things that we do are, I think it's a good promotional product for real estate agents. We do engraved wooden cutting boards, and so they make it very nice on one side with a recipient's name, and so they want to display it and it's out and about. And then when they want to use it and they flip it over, small is the promotional part of it, the real estate agent's name and contact information, so that it's a useful promotional product, something that doesn't get thrown away or passed on.
Would you say that you have a business or an individual that you consider like a regular? Do you see the same people over and over, or do you
We
just get a
do.
yeah?
We do. I like to joke with one of my customers who we made the most creative trophy for. I thought it was the cold call-a-thon, and it's a company where they literally make cold calls to their clients. And so it's a perpetual trophy. It has a monster holding a suitcase at the top. We used an actual traditional telephone handset as part of the trophy column, and it comes back regularly when the next person wins. And so I love to have it come back. I was very sad to have to give that trophy up. It's probably one of my favorites. So I enjoy when she comes in, we get to joke about it. We have other customers who they come and then they send us to their friends and to their cousins and they come. And so I definitely feel like we have our regulars that come. And then we try the people that come, oh, we'll see you next year. We like to remind them there are other things they could decorate between now and then, but we at least have our perpetuals.
So I know you do a lot with like the local area, but what would you say the furthest, like the farthest area you've done or you worked with has been?
So, uh, I would say that we have a client, an advertising firm whose client is Sun Made Raisins. So we have had the opportunity and the privilege to produce items for their promotions. And I think the farthest we've shipped now is California. We haven't left the country. It seems a tad bit too challenging to do that. So the farthest we've shipped is California thus far. But really, we focus on the local in terms of our client base and our marketing efforts.
So what would you say is like the number one best selling item that you have that you find yourself always like running out of or, having to redo and stuff?
I would say it would be those cutting boards. Real estate agents, the market's been good, and real estate agents, uh, it's an easy, consistent gift for them to give. We make it very easy for them, and they call up and they say, "Okay, I have another closing. The couple's name is so and so," and we can have it ready for them next day. So that's probably our number one repeat selling item.
That is awesome. Do you have
And that's
a
those are I was gonna say the other thing would probably be black hooded sweatshirts. We do a lot for bar and bat mitzvahs, and every child wants to be absolutely unique the same way as every other kid was. So they all then come in and are like, I'm gonna do something really unique. I'm gonna do a black hooded sweatshirt. All right, that's what we'll do. So
just like every other kid in the area?
just like every other kid, very unique.
So do you have a website to share with our viewers?
We do. It is winningimprints.com. Winningimprints, don't forget the S.com.
Perfect. Is there anything else that you would like to mention?
I would like to say that we'd love to have more customers, and we'd really love for them to plan ahead. It's shocking, you might not believe it, but there's poor supply issues. So we need more time to get projects done these days.
Get those orders in and get them ready. Well, it
I
looks
would plan
like,
for holiday gifts now.
yes, it looks like we're winding up on time for today. So thank you so much, Emma, for taking the time out of your day to speak with us.
Well, thank you, Ursula. I really appreciate the opportunity.
Of course, have a wonderful week.
Thank you. You too.